Hey there guys, Tyre over here bringing you F1 Turn 12 video, and this is a bit different. I'm going to be talking about the tyre scaling issue that's been going on today, and Steve Hood has replied with a really long article about it. I've read through it, I've gone through some of the main points, and I'm just going to explain to you because I think a few people out there don't really understand what's going on. Before I start the rest of this video, I just need to apologise for the audio. I've got quite a bad cold and sore throat here, so I apologise if I break, if there's any break in my voice or anything when I'm just like getting a tissue or whatever. We all get colds, so I can't really do much about it, but I really wanted to bring this video for you guys because it is quite a big issue. And don't worry, UK people, this is not a reason to cancel your pre-order or anything. It's still going to be an awesome game. And why did I say still? It is an awesome game. This is just a little issue that people are a bit confused about, and I don't think it's an issue really. So basically, the tyre scaling issue. Basically, people saw videos from the US and also some I want to say pirate copies or whatever of the game online on YouTube. About 25% races, and they saw that the option tyre, the soft tyre at Melbourne was running out about 7 laps or so, 6 or 7 laps. Now in the old game 2011, I found that you could push it to the extreme of 5 laps in a 20% race, so 12 laps in total. You could do 5 laps on the option. So now in 2012 we've got 25% race, not 20% race. So that's 15 laps at Melbourne. So that's 6 to 7 it was wearing out at in this video. So I think that's pretty okay. I mean, you increase the lap time you increase the total laps by 3, so the amount you can push the option tyre increased by 3. So it's pretty standard. 6 to 7 or 8. You could even say that's a bit too less. So yeah, so everything seems fine. But then we come to the issue where people are saying, who've got the game, saying that like, what the fuck, no tyre scaling in 100% race. Basically, people were saying basically verbally abusing Steve Hood on Twitter and Andy Gray, and I don't think that's right. They're two great guys, and I think they're making a really great game, and they were just getting really angry at them because they were confused about the tyre scaling. And basically what this is you can basically guess, scaling, so in terms of, how the tyre wear goes from race distance to race distance. So in 2011, Steve had said there was tyre scaling in terms of there's real tyre wear from 80% or about race distance up to 100. So you would get proper, like let's say at let's take Melbourne, what was it, like 25 laps or 20 laps for the first stint in real life. That's what it was in the 2011 game. Here he's saying it's not going to be like that anymore. It's going to be, you can't drive at the same pace as you did in 25% races. In 2011, you could drive as fast as you were in a 20% race, in a 100% race, and it would be the same tyre wear. He's saying now that in 2012, people are getting confused, and he's clarified that in an article that he's read out. It's pretty big. I'll leave a link in the description. It's pretty long if you want to read through it. He's done like a whole pretty cool scenario, which I think calls for congratulations. He's really gone out and written this whole big article thing. So basically what he said is excuse me for a sec. So what he said basically is that basically in the 100% race, the tyre wear is going to be the same as in a 25% race. So immediately your brain's thinking 6 or 7 laps for an option tyre on a 100% race is just not going to cut it. Basically, you need to think of it in terms of, how Sergio Perez does in real life. That's what this whole F1 game's about. That's what Codemasters want to bring. The whole kind of realistic thing that you watch a race and you're like, oh, I want to do that. Oh yeah. So let's go on the F1 game and do that. So like Sergio Perez, you see in real life, if you watch him drive, he does, like Sebastian Vettel or Lewis Hamilton, they've really got their steering wheel by their fists, and they're really like, turning it and sharp, especially with that Red Bull with the weird kind of steering wheel that's kind of at an angle with your arms. They really turn it and twist it. Whereas Perez, he's sort of got his knuckles behind the steering wheel, and over them, and he's kind of threading a needle, to say, like threading the wheel through the lap. He's kind of just making short, sharp bursts, turns, and that's how he gets his tyres to last that long. And that's what Steve Hood's basically saying. At the end of the article, he does like a little one-liner that says, the moral of the story is, you've got to learn how your driving style is, and you've got to maybe manipulate that to get long stints in 100% races. Basically, how I read it was, I mean, I might be wrong here, I might be a tiny bit wrong or completely off. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'll leave in the description the article link so you can see it for yourself. But how I understand it is that in 100% races now, the hardcore fans, they should be satisfied now, because they've got to really, really, really look after the tyres. They've got to literally go like the bare minimum pace they can to really make those tyres last if they want to do that. I mean, obviously you don't have to do that. You can do like an average driver does, like the Force Indias or like Lotus, the average. I like to think of them as the average people on the grid, average kind of lengths for tyre change, stuff like that. So that's how I understood it, that you can either really, really look after the tyres, or you can just be like a normal pace and kind of do a 3-stopper or a 4-stop or whatnot. So I think that's what I understood of it. Maybe you have your own opinion on it, leave a comment. So yeah, that's how I understood it, that really you shouldn't be too worried about this whole tyre scaling thing if you're hearing about it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think it's actually going to be maybe a good thing that, people who want to do that sort of kind of long one-stop race, they're going to, it's not going to be the easiest thing to do. They have to really be on it. They have to be a really good driver to take care of the tyres. I mean, you shouldn't be able to easily do that thing, because, I'm not a competitive racer, but if you are, and you go into these racing leagues, it shouldn't be easy as piss to do a one-stopper, because that's not fair then. It should be a challenge. It should be a skill you need to master. So I really don't think it's an issue. You might have your own opinion, as I said, so leave a comment if you do, and I'd like to hear what you guys think. So the gameplay in the background has been some wet weather, play on the F1 2012 demo. Obviously, I live in the UK, so the full game's not out yet until Friday. Well, for me, it should be coming Thursday, because I've ordered it through Game, and Game are known for their amazing 1 day early pre-order delivery. So that's pretty good. So hopefully, I'll get some gameplay out to you guys tomorrow. So basically, this video was originally going to be all about the wet weather gameplay, but obviously this thing came up today, and Steve Hood just posted the article as I'm recording this. So I just really want to talk about that. So I'm just going to do a tiny segment on the wet weather and close it there, because I don't want to make this video too long. So wet weather gameplay, I think the physics has got a lot better. The car is a lot slower. You can't go like it used to be about let's say 5 seconds off dry pace in the wet last year, I think it was. I can't exactly remember. Haven't played 2011 in a while actually now, so I can't remember exactly, but it was about 5 seconds, I think. So now it's much more dramatic. I also think the AI, this is just a guess, I'm hoping and I'm guessing the AI will also be a lot faster in terms of, last year you could just storm away, you could gain like a whole lap on the front runners. So let's say if I was like first, I could lap whoever was second who was behind me, because the AI was so slow in the wet last year. But I think hopefully they should make this better. And I don't know if any of you are from the US, maybe you could comment, and if you got the game, maybe you could comment and tell us, the rest of us, if that's true. But I really thought the physics was a lot better. In 2011 and especially in 2010, it was a piece of piss to drive in the rain. It was too easy. You could go over the apexes fine and not slide off. Now you really cannot touch the apexes too much unless you're going in a straight line. So I just thought it was a whole lot better. And I think it's coming up to about 10 minutes now, so I think that this video has been long enough. So I'm just going to bid you farewell, and I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully should be a first impressions video of the full game. and then after that we'll start my career mode series. So if you're new to me, subscribe, check out my other videos to see if you enjoy my content, and if you do, I'd appreciate if you subscribed, because I'm going to post some more awesome content, including career mode, and then some other stuff in the coming months. So I've been Arab, guys. I'll see you next time, and enjoy the rest of your day.